Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Noonchi podcast. I am so excited to have, all the way from the Philippines, this is how close our world gets to the world of K-culture, Kate Adajar, media practitioner and content creator. Kate, so I'm so glad you're here. I met Kate, it was like last year maybe, when you wanted to feature me on one of the media outlets in the Philippines, and I was so honored. And so that the rest is history and keeping in touch. And I had to have you because I admire your work. So thank you for being here.
Thank you, Anyong, first of all. It's so nice to see you again and so happy to be here. Yes.
Yeah, so thanks for joining me. Let's talk a little bit about what you do, because I follow you on social media. That social media is always where we're all get close, right? And
Yes.
you had some fun stuff. So I'd love to hear more about your work as a content creator and media practitioner.
Oh, yes. Thank you. I am running my own lifestyle and entertainment website. So basically, I cover media conferences, product launches, movie premieres, both local and international. And basically, that's it. I do interview celebrities, local celebrities here, and do promotion work for television shows and movies.
That's so cool. And of course, we met through our love of K-dramas, or you just wanted to talk to me about my work. So tell me, where are you in your K-drama journey?
Oh, I haven't been able to watch K drama recently, but I've always been a fan since the early 2000s. That's why your account got my attention because it's a mix of the things that I love,
Hmm.
things related to mental health and K drama. So I belong to that era of K drama fans who watched Full House, Princess Hours.
Yeah.
But
Copy
in
Prince
recent
was really out
years,
too. Yeah.
yes. But in recent years, I think the last one I saw is It's Okay to Not Be Okay.
Okay.
That's the
Wow,
last.
that's a long time ago.
I know.
Are they
I
working
know.
you? Are they working you too hard? No, I'm kidding.
Because
Well,
I have
it's
this
fun.
tendency to binge. Yeah, I have this tendency to binge.
Uh,
So since I don't have the time, I don't get to start. So,
that
but
I
I've
see. I see
been.
what you mean. Actually, that's another thing that you brought up. A lot of people have a tendency to binge. We all do. So it's like control, to be like, I'm not going to get any sleep. But yeah, that's a long time ago. So yeah, you might need to like catch up a little bit because there's so much content. But I love that you brought up you're in the era of the early 2000s. I do think fondly of that time. Obviously, the production has changed. It's gotten so advanced, but when you look at some of the actors back then, it's like nostalgic, So
Yeah.
what was your favorite K-drama, or do you have a favorite?
Um, at the top of my head, off the top of my head, I like a Full House, of course,
Yeah,
but
you mentioned that.
I like the ones with women empowerment, like Lie to Me. I mean,
Mhm.
it's not very direct, but
Mhm.
you can see from the character that the main female character is empowered. She's because I've seen stories in the past where women were projected as how do I describe that? How do I say that nicely? But they're not the smartest when
Okay.
presented
Yeah.
in stories, and these days they're more inspiring, they're more aspirational. So I
Yeah.
think the main difference now, that's why I appreciate the stories now.
Yes. Yes. I see what you mean. Yeah, you were trying to say it tactfully, back in the day, because I think also the changes now, it shows society has changed.
Yes.
Just as we're going more into the future, but you're right. And I love seeing the portrayals differing too. Look at It's Okay to Not Be Okay. She's pretty
Mm.
strong woman, right? She's
Yes.
like, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, her character was what was her name? Coleman Young, I think, was her
Yes, yes.
character. So that's awesome. Okay, well, I have seen you at some cool events. What are some
Mm,
of the most coolest events you've covered in recent years or recent months?
I love attending fan meetings, especially of Korean stars. I have a huge crush on Cha Eunwoo. I actually checked your channel, and I've yet to watch that video about Cha Eunwoo, and I love him. And so that was the first fan meeting I really enjoyed. And another, I don't know, no. it was the one with Park Bogum. Park, how do you, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing the
Yeah,
names
you are.
right.
When was he there?
2019. It was the most memorable one. I got to attend the press conferences. But the press conference for him. But it's usually the press conferences for Korean stars are usually strict, so they have fixed questions, or how do you say that? They
Yeah,
have
like planned
planned
questions,
questions.
pre-planned
Yes.
questions.
Yeah, so we don't
Interesting.
really get to interact with them that way through the fan meetings though. We get to we get a glimpse of their characters. So I
Is
really
that
love
right? So you've been to, okay, so name the ones you've been to. Park Bogum, Cha Eunwoo. Were you at the Kim So-no one?
Kim Soo Hyun. Kim Soo Hyun, yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, who else?
Well, the Kim So-no, you know, Kim So-no on Startup.
Oh no, I wasn't able to attend that one. Kim Soo Hyun of It's Okay.
Oh,
To
yeah,
not be
yeah, yeah. He had one
yes, yes. I
too in the
wasn't
Philippines. Okay.
it was sponsored by donut brand. So that was
Oh,
quite short. But the most memorable one was really with Bogum. He was
oh my.
awesome, and
Yeah.
the interaction was great. Oh, also Jung Haein.
Yeah, Chung Hae-in.
Yeah,
Oh,
yes.
I like him. Cute. So what, okay, so let's break that down. What, because people would love to hear this. You're in the media part of it. So you're
Yes.
actually getting a little bit more closer interaction, right? What did you like about, why was it so memorable? Park Bogum, let's start there, 2019.
I think even if I can't call myself a fan,
Mhm.
um I'm not deserving of that. But seeing the fans' interaction with their K-drama idols is really satisfying. So their interactions are satisfying, and I'm not sure how you would assess that, but there is that joy in seeing like a fangirl come up the stage and actually get to hug or kiss the idol. And there's something about the high touch. I'm not sure if you've attended it in the US, but you get to do a high five with your
I
I think
haven't. I
yeah.
haven't. I'd rather go to the Korean celebrities, to be honest. But oh, so they're lucky, some lucky fans get to go on stage, which I've seen before.
Yes,
How do they
yes.
get chosen, or how does that work? Do you know?
Um, I think there's a random picker by raffling it off. So by luck.
That is one lucky or a couple lucky people that get to do that. So
Yes,
you just, and it's fun watching, I guess that you said their joy.
yes, yes.
Yeah. And what else made it memorable? Because you brought that up right away, I guess. What did you like about him? Because you said you got to see what they're like.
Ah, because with Park Bogum, aside from the interactions, he was so game with fan fan service parts, but he also performed really well. He danced, he sang. I think he did everything. He even sang a Filipino song, if I'm not mistaken. He played the piano. So it was really for me. It was full. It was worth the pay if you bought a ticket.
That's awesome. Because that's important to think about, right? You pay for these fan meets.
Yeah.
Wow. And I think I did, maybe saw a clip for it, but I do know that he plays piano. He's very talented. That's cute.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Thanks for sharing about that. And then you mentioned, who else did you mention that you said was really memorable?
Jung
Oh,
Hae
Jung
In.
Hae-in. Yeah, tell me about him. When did he get there?
I think a, a lot of these fan meetings I got to attend in 2019
Mhm.
before the
For the
pandemic,
pandemic. Yeah.
and he was just the sweetest. I remember him being so game, and you
Oh,
can feel the warmth when he has to interact with the fans. And I remember my friend getting picked. He got the shirt with Jung Hae In's live drawing, so that was memorable. And back then, I think the while we had a lot of Korean drama fans already, a lot of people still didn't know him
mm,
until after until COVID-19
yeah.
uh
Yeah.
COVID-19 pandemic started and everyone got into K-drama. So a lot of people more people appreciated Jung Hae-in
Of
after
course.
that.
Yeah, things you're right. So 2019 and now we're in 2023, such a difference. Almost 4 years. Has there been a recent fan meet that you've gone to of a Korean celebrity that shows that it's completely different now? after pandemic, after COVID?
Yes, because they removed the high touch part. So we don't get to do the
Oh,
high five anymore.
yeah.
Um, and
Safety.
even so with Son Ho, a lot of my friends were there, and they have this acrylic thing in between, so it's less personal, I believe. That's what it did. And what else?
I guess more
Basically that's it.
safety.
Yeah.
Yeah, safety measures. That makes sense. And right now that totally makes sense to me. So that's awesome. I mean, that to go to those fan meets, I think when I see those, I go, am I a fan to want to go? I mean, like I love all these people, but like you're right. You said something like, what it almost makes me think, what makes a fan? Like,
Yeah.
who would you say who is your like idol or somebody you're like, this is my bias, he or she or whoever? Who is it?
Oh my gosh, I would say Cha Eunwoo. I still think that some people are more deserving of the fangirl title, but he's the one whose projects I got to watch. But and my favorite is, I mean, I'm not sure if a lot of people like my ID is Gangnam Beauty, but they really appreciated
Yeah,
it. If some
it's a
people would
classic,
describe it
right?
as
Yeah.
shallow,
Uh-huh.
some people would think it's shallow, or it's just all about beauty and
But it had some good messages, right?
yes,
About
yes, yes,
image
about
and
friendship.
yeah, it's very,
Uh,
very, and I love True Beauty as well. So they're kind of in the same,
yeah, I
you
haven't
know,
seen that.
theme.
I
Yeah.
haven't finished.
Okay. Well, yeah, but Chao Nu, and then you went to his fan meet as well. You covered his fan meet as well, right?
Yes, yes, and twice already. He came back a few months ago. Was
Oh,
it in November? I'm not sure. Yes, he
yeah.
came back
I
two
can't
years.
get that.
Yeah,
Wow. And what did you
yeah.
like about him or just in general? How was his
He's
fan meet?
also yeah, he's also very nice, and he did he was so game in doing all the stuff the host would ask him to do. I think I appreciate that about them. But most of the Korean actors are really very warm. They're nice. They really seem perfect. So with
Oh,
Chow, I think yeah, I think aside from being cute, he's just so he's just so nice
has a
or kind.
charisma. Yeah, kind. Oh, so you really got that feel. That's great. I mean,
Yeah.
first of all, it makes me feel good, even though we don't know them, but we see them on the dramas,
Yeah.
that you're not telling me they're mean people. Do you know what
Yes, yes.
I mean? Because that would be sad, right? If they
Mhm.
were, but I think that's great. And you said kind and nice. And you also say they're game. So what are some of the things that the host makes them do at these fan meets? Like some
Sometimes
stuff, right?
they would randomly ask you to sing on the spot, or do poses with the fans. So sometimes, from what I remember, there are like games like pretend weddings. I'm not
What?
sure which one. Yes, pretend weddings. I mean, if you're the fan and you get the chance to do that, and
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
would
if
be
you're the fan, you
that would
would
be
love to do that, a pretend
yes,
wedding.
yes, yes.
So, oh, things like that. And so they have to be prepared for.
Yes, they sometimes ask you to say lines in Filipino, like how say I love you in Filipino.
Oh,
Um, there was
okay.
one there was this girl. She got called, and what she requested from Huang In Yup, if I'm
Yeah,
not mistaken.
Hung and Yup from True
Huang,
Beauty. True Beauty and other stuff.
he
Yeah.
asked him to say good morning and I love you, I think, because she's gonna record it and have it as her ringtone. So that was cute. So that was
That is super cute. And yeah, he was there recently too. The Philippines, I mean, you guys are super fans of
yes,
K
yes.
culture and K content. I mean, I guess with your line of work and what is that the most popular thing? I guess what's so popular as a media practitioner that you're seeing? Is it this K-pop, K-drama fandom, or is it equal to Philippines? I guess I'm curious, if you have these diehard Filipino fans that prefer
We
K content. Curious.
we have a lot of K-drama fans, and the number of fans I think increased because of the pandemic. And I think the entry of K-drama into Netflix.
Yes.
So I think that
Yes.
really helped a lot. And because sometimes I get like press releases for K-pop groups I would think are not popular, but it would turn out that they have a lot of fans, and the
Like, give me
ticket
an example. Give me an
ah
example.
I
You
can't
got, oh,
I can't even recall their names right now. But
Okay.
there was one time, I won't name because the fans might get offended. There was this group I didn't know much about them because I'm not really updated them.
Yeah.
I think they're more of like targeting the Gen Z crowd, and so I was actually reluctant about attending the press conference. And then I got a call from a former journalist, and she was really, really she was asking me if she could cover for me. And so,
Because she
and
really
so
was a fan
it's
and
really that big that sometimes the ones you think are not popular have a big following. So,
that's
and
true.
because
And
yeah.
yeah, and I know you were like a little sheepish about it. I can't keep up with all the K-pop idols. I'm like, who? I mean, I'm pretty good at it just because I follow the news and stuff, but there's so many talented people and these fans are it's like the fandom is strong. The fandom
Yes.
is strong. So I have to ask you this as one of our final questions. Who is the most popular? If you can recall, is there a name that keeps popping up, a Korean celebrity or Korean artist or K-pop or K-drama star that pops up a lot in Filipino news that you're like, oh gosh, this person's the most popular?
Without a doubt, it's BTS. BTS and I think yeah, BTS.
Okay, always. Yeah, I mean,
uh,
BTS is number one everywhere. Yeah, okay.
you have a
I
huge
was gonna say no K-drama actor though. That comes.
K-drama actor Yoon Bin. Oh my gosh, Kim Sun Ho.
Yeah.
A lot actually,
Wait.
but because of Crash Landing on You,
Oh, Hyunbin.
huge
Oh,
Hyun Bin.
yeah, man.
Lee Min Ho for the longest time.
Okay.
Lee Min Ho and who else? And you know what? They are endorsers of local Filipino brands because there's a local Filipino brand who would bring in Korean stars. So Kim Soo
Oh,
Hyun, they all endorse the same
they're
brand if I'm not
smart.
mistaken.
The
Yes.
Filipino companies are smart getting them to endorse. So you
Yes,
don't need to see Hyunbin endorsing something in the Philippines and it adds, yeah.
yes. And so international fans would also purchase the
Of
brand
course, of
that
course,
they're
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, if I saw, as I first of all, I love all of them, but if I saw like even Kim Sun-ho, who I'm partial for to, like hold up the skincare, I'd be like, I'm gonna get that.
No. I know,
Absolutely.
I know.
Yeah. Well, in all the K dramas you watched, what's some of your favorite, I don't know, inspiring characters or somebody that you really get inspiration from?
My favorite is Romance is a bonus book. Aside from it being inspiring career wise, with the main character, there's this side character, the supporting actress, who really inspired me. I bet a lot of people didn't even notice her, but her work ethics, her her passion, her being efficient in the story as based on the feedback from her office mates in the series really inspired me that
Mm.
I tried to look for her picture because you can't take a screenshot of a Netflix series. So I had to look for a photo during their shoot. And then
Yeah.
it's in part of my vision board because looking at her character reminds me of being hardworking. So the
Yeah, that's
value of hard
amazing.
work.
Now you're making me, because I love that K drama. I will have to go to that supporting character and look back because you just reminded me that we can learn a lot from every character, not just the main ones. And you have her on your vision board. That's so cool.
I'll take a photo later and I'll send
Take a
you.
photo and show it to me. Yes. Oh
Remind
my
you, yeah.
God. Thank you for sharing that. That is great. And that's a good example. When you guys listen to this, folks, learn from Kate, putting it on a vision board, which I love vision boards, and just being inspired of somebody or something that you want to work towards, So Kate, thank you so much. I loved having you. Any last words of like, I don't know, something that I didn't get to ask you that you want to share about your work or something cool?
About my work, I actually wanna thank you for your work. And I would like to take this chance because I'm really a huge fan and I can see your growth, how it's developing. And as a K drama fan who doesn't get to watch a lot of K drama these days, your content is really helpful. So keep doing what you do. I'm taking
Oh,
this
and you
chance to do
too.
that.
Yeah, and just thank you for your work and just being, and again, also being busy, But I love your channel. Give us your channel. Give us your actual, what's it called? Because I know what it's called, but I want you to share it.
Okay. My YouTube channel is Random Republica. It's largely about local Filipino entertainment and
But you've done
lifestyle.
really well for yourself, so I'm really impressed. So kudos to you.
Thank you so
And if we're
much.
talking women empowerment, we should also support one another, women doing more stuff, right? So just have to say that as females. Thank you so much, Kate. I cannot wait to air this, and I hope someday my goal is to visit the Philippines.
Oh, please let
That's
me
one
know.
too. Yeah, and I'm gonna go right to you.
And I hope to visit you there soon too.
Yeah,
Thank you.
bye everyone. Thank you.
Thanks.